Say it with me. Thank you, prednisone. I am learning more and more about sourdough. I put the dough in the oven because it's warmer in there than it is the kitchen. For the first time, I overproofed my loaves. They were so bubbly that they were farting at me while I was shaping them. But the little one is so cute, I think I'm going to stick with that size while I figure out the timing and the process of everything. It's just less wasteful that way. I want to talk today about my mom in 2012 and how that was what started this process. I had somewhat of an epiphany the other night. I have been viewing this process like I'm standing in a dark room and someone opens the door and it's blinding light. It's so bright that I can't see and I can't figure out what I'm even looking at. I can't see all of the pieces of me yet. And that I had to cross the threshold of the doorway to find myself. The literal folder that I keep all of this in is called Finding Me. But I've been wrong. I've been focusing on 2012 without realizing it. When my mom came into work with one more theory, it cracked my facade, my mask. This time, I couldn't patch it back up, and I had a breakdown. That was the door opening. The light starting to come through to my darkness. But I wasn't ready in 2012. That is why I can't see the room through the doorway. I was still in the dark, just the door had cracked open. I had a vision of me standing in the darkness. I bow my head, close my eyes, and boom! Suddenly everything around me shatters. Light bursts through me and fills the room. That is now. That is me choosing myself, choosing to heal, and choosing to let go, choosing to live. That is why I am so different from who I was before, why I care about myself, why I care about my surroundings, why I am no longer living in the future but in the moment. And this whole time, the person who I thought hurt me the most in my life was the catalyst for my healing. Her cracking the mask open, that is what started my healing journey. It didn't just start last year, it started with her bursting open the door. And though it was the most painful thing to go through, I cut her out for years. I was in therapy. I was broken. But I did start the work. I started the process until I was fully ready. Now I look at situations differently. I look at people differently. I have forgiven my mom, family members, and most importantly, myself for things that I have said and done. My therapist said something interesting. When I told her I was scared to mail in my paperwork, but because I just don't know why, I'm scared to mail it in. And she said to me, because you finally have everything you ever needed, and you're scared to lose it. I will admit in the moment I was confused. What did she mean by that? And then it hit me. My mom has told me that they're going to deed us part of their land. They have even looked at mobile homes. She's excited. I have it. Regardless of the paperwork that comes in, I have it. I have the stability that I have always needed. It's there, and once the papers are signed, that's my land. And I can move on to it with or without this paperwork that I'm waiting for. It's just a little bit more complicated to get there. It dawned on me that my brain hasn't caught up with my nervous system. I feel different, less tight, less physically tense. It seems like my emotional and mental stability are because my mom was the one person who could heal me all along. I just had to get out of my own way to see it. And I think that this is a beautiful thing. That I went so long having such a broken relationship with my mom, and now I get a second chance at building a wonderful life and memories with my mom. And I am so grateful for that.